Hi guys, this is Ish. This is Tactical Solutions, and today we are going to do a quick review on the Springfield Armory operator in a 9mm. It is sight ready. I've got a hollow sun on there, and I'll talk about it a little bit more after I get done doing some shooting. So we will start out with the Dickens drill as a warm-up, and then I've got a qualification coming up. So I'm actually going to do the SWAT qualification with the pistol. Okay guys, so the Dickens drill is 10 shots in 15 seconds from the holster. 8 out of the 10 have got to hit the target, right? I've got a target down there. It is a IPSC target, but it only covers out to the C. So it's a smaller steel IPSC target. So we're going to go ahead, start it out. You got to do this dry, no practice, no nothing. All right? Alright guys, so I put all 10 shots in the target from 40 yards, and I done it in 13.58, so it was a good use of time. Made it within that 15 seconds, okay? So before we continue on, I want to say that we got to give a shout out to our sponsor, and our sponsor is us. That's because I quit making videos, and people quit giving you crap whenever you stop making videos. Anyways, all the 9mm that we're shooting is from our company. It's just Tactical Solution. I'm shooting some 9mm 115, 124 FMJ ball, and I'm also shooting some 124 XTP that we have. So this is our ammo company, and we're the one that provide all the ammo. I provided the gun. I bought the gun, the sight, everything. So it's all ours. Now we'll get started on the qualification. Okay guys, so this first course fire is going to be from 5 yards. It's going to be 2 shots in 2 seconds from the holster. We'll do it 3 separate times on a modified IPSC target. So that IPSC target is very, very small, but it creates good training. All right. You're supposed to get 24 out of 30 points, and I'm going to try it on this miniature IPSC right here. So 2 seconds from the holster, 2 shots. All right, 1.98, one in, or both in the A. .97. I got 1 in the A, 1 in the C. .86, and I got all in the A. Alright, so for this course fire, we're going to shoot from 7 yards. We also, it's 2 seconds, but it's from the low ready. Alright, 1.44, all in the A. Alright, all in the A, 1.39, one more. .45, 1 in the A, 1 in the C. There's also 7 yards. All right, it is left hand only or support hand only. You have 2.5 seconds to shoot 2 shots. 2.22, one in the A, one in the C. 2.42, all in the A. 2.17, one in the C, one in the A. All right, guys, for this course of fire, it's going to be to the chest, one to the head from 10 yards, 4 seconds. 4 seconds. All right, 3.39. I got one in the D and one in the B part of the head. See if I can do a little bit better on that. That time I got 2 in the A, and the head one I got in the B. Course of fire, I'm going to end up shooting to the chest, one of the head, while moving forward from the low ready, and I have 5 seconds to do it. I got some rocks in the way, so I'm doing it from 9 yards instead of 10. 5 seconds to the chest, one to the head, moving forward from the low ready. Start moving once the beat starts. Alright, way, a lot of time. 2.95. I got 2 in the A, 1 in the B in the head. So I'm going to slow it down and get that head shot a little bit better. .14, 2 in the A, 1 in the B in the head again. Typically, all these headshots on a really regular IPSC target, except for maybe one, would have been in the A zone. This is, like I said, this is like a 1/3 IPSC. For this course of fire, it's from the holster. It's 2 shots, 3 separate times, and you have 3.3 seconds to do it. Alright, 3.13, both hits. Don't know exactly where, but within at least the C. Alright, 2.59, both hits. And 2.64, both hits. Alright, so now we're at 25 yards, shooting on that metal IPSC. Alright, that's a C and N. Alright, we have 3.8 seconds to shoot 2 shots, center mass from the holster. And that's about it, I guess. Alright, 3.07, both hits. 2.82, one miss. calm that down. It was a little fast. And 3.22, both hits. Well, had to get my first miss sooner or later, I guess. Alright, so this is the last course of fire. It's 50 yards, 2 shots, center mass, 8 seconds, 3 separate times from the holster. .3, but 1 miss. If I can calm that down. I knew I missed. Missed again. 5.96. See if I can get both of them on there. .26, but I got both of them on. I missed 2 from here, so I'm going to go ahead and try it again for practice reasons. Alright, that time 4.71. We're going to move up to the 15 or 25 where I missed 1. And I'm going to make up 1 shot and 2.23. Alright, so by the standards of which I've done that, I think that you got to score 24. I think the 5 yard I shot 29. I think that the 7 yard 29. The second 7 yard a 29. The first 10 yard 29. The next 10 yard I think that I ended up shooting a 27. So I still passed it, but not as good as I wanted. Then at the 15 yard, I scored 30. At the 25 yard, because it's hard to tell if I would have got one in the D or not, that would have been -5, so I would have scored 25. And like I said, I came back and I made it up. And then at the 50 yard line, I would have scored, I missed 2, so I would have scored 20. I would have actually failed that. All right, but again, I don't have a D on that target. And basically, the target we were shooting at, the IPSC paper one, I believe I would have scored 30 on all of them or real close, because it is a 1/3 IPSC. So, but it is good training to get on things that are harder. And I also made the times a little bit harder for myself. So anyways, this is my take on the Springfield operator. There's some things that I like about it. There's some things that I do not like about it. Okay. First of all, it does have that great 1911 trigger, and feels just like any other. All right, I'm just like anybody else. I believe in God's caliber, the 45 ACP, but in a 9mm there isn't much recoil. All right, and I'm able to go a little bit faster with it, and that's just the great thing about the 9mm. I have 3 Chip McCormick 10 rounders and the 2 9 rounders that came with this. basically the Chick McCormick's, while I was trying to cite this in, they do not want to function XTP. And I looked at the way that the lip goes into them. Let's see if I can find one that's empty here to show you. And it's not that it won't take it at all. It's just that if you can see right here, you got to put the round down into a slot, and because of the way it's slanted, that first round in XTP and hollow point does not want to go in. So I don't like that. I didn't have any problem with the 9mm ones. I went ahead and I ordered the magazines that came with it. I went ahead and ordered because if I do want to carry this on duty, I want to be able to carry XTP or hollow points or hydro shocks. So I went ahead and I ordered 10 rounders that are closer, like the magazines that came with this. I don't understand why we have 10 rounders for the 45, which has a little butt plate that comes out, and why we do not have a 12 rounder for the 9mm. So hopefully someone soon will make a good 12 rounder for it. It just pulls the plate out a little bit. I carry 10 rounders for my 45s all the time. So the barrel is just that regular bushing barrel, right? Stainless steel. The slide is very, very smooth. It's got a small catch right here, but out of Springfield Armory, really, you can't beat that. I wish it did have a full rail here, but it doesn't. I have a TLR1 on there. I have the Hollow Sun 507 on there, and this is going to be my biggest complaint. I understand how they done the plate on here, and it gives you the sight with it, but because it removes the sight, this thing is over $100 for the plate. And I had problems finally getting this tight. I Loctited it. Now it is finally tight the way that I want it to. I had to buy an extra plate because I ended up stripping the screws on it. And remember, I'm an armor and I had problems with this. So I am not a fan with that. You can coincide with the sights. It's almost like close to suppressor sights. And there is a tritium sight right here. This dot is a red dot sight, so it doesn't affect me at all. They say it's about a 4-pound trigger. I actually find it closer to a or 4.5. I think it's around 3.54. You can see here it's got its wall. There's barely any slack, and then it goes. The trigger reset is just like any other 1911. Comes back right about here, and you're good, ready to fire again. So real good trigger, real good reset. It does feel a little underspringed. I did have malfunction sighting it in, and I didn't have it anymore once it loosened up. The malfunctions because I ride my thumbs a little bit high. All right. I have my thumb right up against it just a little bit, and because it's a little under spring, it was starting to malfunction. I had about 3 to 4 malfunctions out of it. And I could blame it on my ammo, but I know exactly what it was. It was my thumbs on there. My ammo shoots just fine. So other than that, once it got loosened up, I didn't have any more malfunctions, except again for those Chick McCormick mags not taking the XTP. So for the price point, YouTube gets weird about talking about price on for guns, so I'm not going to say it, but for the price point, this is a very good option in a 1911 in a 9mm. Like I said, it works good. It's a beautiful gun, and as you can see, it's very accurate, and I'm able to pass my SWAT ball with it with ease, no problem at all. Recoil mitigation, it's a 9mm and a heavy 1911. Obviously, you're not going to have any problems with the recoil. So I think it's a great buy. I had to find a good holster that I liked. I actually went to Cleveland Kydex to get a holster that would hold the light and it. I'm pretty smooth coming out of it, so that's pretty squared away. Same thing with the magazine holders. They make nice, pretty little different designs for all this stuff. So if you want any of that, get on Cleveland Kydex holsters, and they make good stuff. All right. The belt itself, it's a G code, and well, that's basically it. Like I said, I like the 9mm operator. I think that I'm going to use it to ball with, and if I do real good on it, I think I might start carrying it once I get those new magazines in and make sure that the XTPs, hollow points, and any other ammunition will be coming out immediately. Don't forget that all this ammo came from us. We have a website, it's just tacticalsolutions.com. We make a lot of different ammo. Go check us out. All right, give us a like, subscribe, okay, and hit that bell. God Family Country on that order. Thanks for watching.